Yes, yesterday, Chizoba, we are just apprehensive about this particular scenario, but thank God that CAF, they've come out now. Yesterday, Nigeria, before the weekend, Nigeria was placed 13th on the CAF coefficient ranking, and that would have prevented Nigeria from giving out presenting 4 teams, 2 in the CAF Champions League and 2 in the CAF Confederations Cup. But because of Stade Mali and a team from Mali lost their game, and now they took the position of Nigeria, and Nigeria now came up just by a point to 12th. And I don't know whether we should be happy about it, but the way our teams perform in the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup of late, I don't know. Only Egypt has won this competition. No Nigerian team has won the CAF Confederations Cup except Egypt that won the CAF Champions. What do you think is the problem with the Nigerian teams?
Yeah, we we talked the other day. We here in Nigeria, we always focus on the physical aspect of the game, but playing down on the technical side of the game and the tactics, and just like you also said that Nigerian players find it difficult to translate, to interpret tactics.
I wasn't the person that said it was Mama Amakapabo, the coach of Abia Warriors, so that they would not start coming from my head.
So you find out that when it comes to physical game, we are good at it. But when we meet a team that is good technically and tactically, you find out that we don't meet up. And most of these teams, they may not be physically fit, but they are more good tactically and technically.
Anyway, yes, Florentino Perez, we are now a little bit, let's go abroad, because Florentino Perez, he was re-elected as Real Madrid president until 2029. Here in Nigeria, our general manager and the CEO have been appointed by governors, and you can be sacked at any point in time. And if another government comes and they don't like your face, you are not in their good book, you'll be. So that is why Europeans, their team are better off with well organized, well structures, and the rest of them. I don't know what you make of this re-election.
We said something about government taking their hands off every football club. Like if government should be involved, they should be as a kind of shareholders.
But we don't have the clubs don't have a means of livelihood. If you take government off,
are you being serious? How do you mean then they pack up? If a business venture doesn't have any means of livelihood, then you close shop and go home.
If the state government say that they will not finance Rangers, do you think Rangers can thrive again?
Float Rangers, send it off. It's funny, but if Enugu state government should say, okay, I want to take our hands off Rangers, so Rangers is now for sale. If you want to buy, come and buy shares and be part owner of Rangers. I'm telling you, give it 24 hours.
In fact, I might decide to skip some of this so that we dig into this. Do you know the privately owned clubs that have gone moribund in Nigeria? They'll start from Jasper. You grew up in Indonesia, you know Jasper, you know Udoji, FC Fayoba, Bukola Saraki FC. A lot of them, where are they?
Where are they?
So that is the question I'm asking.
It's all about, okay, now if you want to say, if you're asking me where are they, fine. What about the Innocent? Where is it not functioning till today?
Does
what about other privately owned
business? Does he have a football club?
They are functioning today.
Does he have a football club?
These clubs are being run here in Nigeria like a charity organization. It's not being run like a big. I keep saying it and I will say it. Even these are Rangers. I'm sorry to use Rangers as an example because I stay in Enugu. So and from Enugu, I always use Rangers as an example.
Okay.
These clubs here in Nigeria are being run like a charity organization. It's not being run like a business.
What do you mean by that? Can you explain to our listener?
How much is Rangers generating as a team?
I wouldn't know because I'm not working with them.
How much is the government putting?
They've not come out to tell
how
us.
Much is, sorry, and that's part of the problem. How much is the government funding Rangers with?
I wouldn't know.
The government isn't supposed to be funding Rangers.
Okay.
Now, if this club is structured just like a proper business, which it is supposed to be, government will need to fund it. Every business is there to make money and to as well as satisfy customers' need. If this business is not satisfying customers' need and is not making profit, it will close up.
So, just about as a sports marketer or football marketer, if you are now called upon to maybe come and head their marketing, can you tell government to hands off Rangers?
I will. if like I will like.
Can you boldly tell Enugu State government to hands off Rangers?
Hands off.
You can get.
We will struggle for the first 2-3 years because of the fund.
Are you sure that that struggle will not lead them to relegation?
No, it will not. Like it might because other clubs they have the government funding. But if the government should hands off every club, the league might struggle for a couple of years. But then those who are serious in the business will continue, and then the league will start thriving.
Do you know how much they spend to prosecute a match like this Niger Tornadoes? Although it is a home and away match, some clubs spend as big as 7 million naira to prosecute a match. Do you understand? Okay. So the environment we find ourselves, you are making a point. I understood what you are saying, but the environment we find ourselves is inimical to that aspect of what.
Who created the environment?
I wouldn't know.
Who created the environment?
The government.
There is something here we do that makes sports to thrive difficult. We always believe that everything have to be with physical cash. Now, first of all, before a football club will start generating money aside the match day tickets, there is something you need to do. You need to ensure that you have a good and strong social media following, fan base. These loyal fans are the people that is going to create engagement on the social media page that will attract sponsors to come in. Now, there's something Amobi is doing at Rangers, which I love, and I'll keep using him as an example. And I will say that if Enugu State government should hands off Rangers today, Amobi will stable the ship.
The last time he visited me, he said they're looking for 2 billion sponsorship there.
Rangers have the platform.
Exactly.
They have it, and this is what every club should do. Now, if every club should follow that same pattern, understand that they are running a business, not a political organization where the governor can just come in and appoint whoever he feels like to be the general manager.
In the first place, look at what happened in Real Madrid. Don't you think we should bring it down here? Where before you appoint the general manager, it should be election.
It's not supposed to be an appointment. It's supposed to be an election.
Yes.
Where the shareholders decide. This is who is good.
Yes.
This is who is good. This is who be you.
And you that is there when you are not performing very well,
you lose.
You lose.
You won't even contest because you know you will lose. You will just be there as a board member, be earning your money as a board member. Those with the majority shareholder shares will just be the board members and then decide who is good.
But Chizoba, before we go over to the nitty-gritty of our sports program today, a certain Ruben Amorim, the newly appointed coach of Manchester United, said that the present Manchester United squad is the worst in the history of the club. Don't you think he went far by that statement?
He is being real. No, sincerely,
if you're a player and he made such comment, don't you think there might be a revolt?
No, well, these current crops of players might revolt, but if it is those with hearts to play,
yes,
it will be like a challenge.
Yeah.
To prove them wrong. That is why when Cristiano Ronaldo was at Man U, the second stint there, some people are saying that he is the problem, that he is always this kind of player that wants to everything to be all about. No, if you understand Ronaldo, you know that he doesn't want it to be all about.
Yes.
It's all about winning.
Yes, he's so much
putting your soul, putting your heart, your blood, everything about you to win. And if he's not seeing it from you as a teammate, he feels bad because he himself is giving his all.
Yeah.
And he is expecting you as a player as well to give your all. But this current crop of players is all about marketing. It's all about that is just one thing. The downside of too much money in football because everybody is playing for money. And
let's watch and see the way the players will react to their next match, because having said this here, like you said, if so many of them understood what he said, it will reinvigorate them to start giving more to the club, because what it means that they are not giving.
They are not good. They are not good. There is no need to start painting walls, trying to pamper them and make them feel. They are not good.
Yes, so before we say something concerning UEFA Champions League, Chizoba, let's because why I always bring you here just to teach us some certain aspect of sports business, because the economic benefit of sports to the economy. Can you tell us what you mean by that? Because it's a question I have been longing to ask you.
Okay, yeah. Sports itself is like it's an industry on its own, and if being run very well, it helps in developing the economy of any nation or any state. So yes, sports is very very important to any economy.
Okay, but if let's, because there are some certain states, let's assume like Anambra State, Ebonyi State in the southeast here, they don't have a football club in MPFL. Are you saying that it will be affecting the economy, just like Rangers? Because when Rangers is playing, some people come from Abia, Imo, Anambra, Ebonyi to lodge in some hotels and the rest of them. But all this,
of course, it's affecting the economy. They might not even be aware of how it's affecting the economy, but it does affect the economy in its own little way. But in the way I say, one thing never.
Okay, but looking at Nigeria holistically, do you think we've done enough, at least in terms of sports, and has it been impacted in our economy as we ought to?
It has been impacting the economy. You won't notice this, like I said. Sometimes you might not notice it until when you remove it entirely. That's when you see the impact. These little things you might not be noticed, but if it's being run properly as it should, you'll be noticing it every day. Because the other day you asked why can't they bring some classical match finals to Nigeria?
Yes.
And why is that? And I'm like, because we've not the infrastructure is not there, because the enabling environment is not there. But imagine if maybe the Nigerian government decide to invest in sports, maybe get a proper stadium, and then you bring an El Clasico finals to Nigeria. Do you know how much forest is going to make for Nigeria within that week?
Are you saying that we don't have
No, we don't.
a stadium that can?
No, we don't. We don't.
Have you ever been to Nest of Champions?
We don't.
We
don't.
Okay, are you aware that the Enugu state government has paid 10 billion naira to renovate and upgrade the Nigerian Stadium?
Until it's being done, we know the quality of the stadium. But currently, today, now, currently now.
Abuja National Stadium.
We don't.
Okay, if you say that we don't have such thing, what of boxing? Because there was the time it was started that Anthony Joshua might be fighting it.
Yeah, boxing is something you can set up anywhere. You can just come to this hour. No, it's different.
Okay.
Football is different from every other sports. Football needs some kind of how do I put it? There is a standard you need to reach.
Yeah.
They have to meet international standard. But boxing, you can just come to even at the current stage of Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium,
yes,
set up the ring. People buy tickets, sit down and watch. But it's different with football.
It's different from football. Okay, let's watch and see, because yesterday I hosted two gentlemen from Enugu State Ministry of Youth and Sports, and in fact they opened my eyes and they said a lot of things concerning the hosting right given to Enugu State government to host the National Sports Festival next year, and the way they are preparing for this particular one. Obugen's village, they say that they want to expand. In fact, pump in 5 billion naira to make sure that. Have you ever been to the place?
No.
In fact, when you go there, you can agree with me that the way our present government is doing something, if they should translate it to them, in fact, nobody, that's Ngudi, is it Ngudi, not Ngudi, what is the name of the particular place where the thing is situated? It will be a beehive of activities, because so many people will be coming there. You see many people will start building hotels and the rest of them very close to
and then place. Now I think we are going to get the picture of how sports is affects the economy.
Yes, but let's watch and see, because I'm waiting for the day and the time, because the way the governor, our present governor, does something, there's no contract he gives that is above 18 months.
No.
If he gives you, from what I was told, he will pay you 95% or even 98% of the money, and the thing will start counting. You will open your mouth and tell you when you are going to complete. Once you fail to complete it, you start paying the state government. You are now the person paying the state government, not the state government paying you. That is where the sort.
I really love this is not a political campaign for anybody.
Yes.
But I really love the way
that is where
His Excellency is doing his thing here in Enugu State. I've never been so optimistic about any government, honestly. The way His Excellency is doing, he's actually doing wonders here in Enugu. But where I'm worried is, I think the National Sports Festival, right, is December this year, right?
Yeah.
And well, I just hope
is it December or August? Okay, something like
towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year. So I just hope that they don't do it the Nigerian thing where they don't complete a project and it's being commissioned just so as to meet up with the start of the competition.
One of them, the director of organizing for New Novo, he told me that if you know so many states that are angling to take the Kusti run, it was a battle.
Definitely.
It was a battle. But because of the way they wrote their what is it called when you want to
business plan.
Yes. In fact, the proposal was top notch, and the National Sports Commission, they saw it and said, no, we must give it to Enugu State. And when they came, they took them around, and the rest of them, they said the type of swimming pool they want to be at the back of Nigerian Stadium. You have like a 5,000 capacity. When they are doing something there, at least people not only coming to watch football, you can come there and watch. If a lover of swimming and the rest of them. So
I'm just so happy about. And
before I forget, they said that they want to remove this artificial turf and make it a natural. And I was suggesting to him, I've told the commission the last time I had him here, I'm even ready. They should look for 3-4 persons. Take them to Germany, let them all go and understudy how these grasses are being done. When you learn that 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, when you come back, you start training other people.
Exactly.
Do you understand? This is not when the people, maybe the people that are given the concession after placing the grasses, when they go, the thing will start going down.
The thing is. One thing I'm sorry to say, but one thing we lack here in Nigeria is we lack this maintenance culture here in Nigeria. And if you look at it, maintaining these grasses is not even as difficult as people are making it look like. Because if you look at the grass growing all over, it doesn't take anything. Just 1 rain, 2 rain, it's sprouting already. And football is something that's exactly, as a player, you exert a lot of force while running and every other thing. And you see those water that is being sprinkled at the pitch during the halftime and after the game. The grass needs these things. Immediately after the first half, you sprinkle water. After the second half, you sprinkle water. Give it time to rest.
They said they want to change the Tata track. Tata track is as costly as even changing the grass itself. And you know that is the only Tata track they have in the southeast, the whole of the southeast. So how I wish it will give an opportunity for our upcoming athletes, because many of them don't have anywhere to train now. But what usually kills, I must say it in this program, hosting political rallies, religious rallies inside the stadium. You see people opening the Tata track where they are installing their canopies and the rest of them. That is what kills the thing. Yes, Chizoba, you were saying something before we went on break.
Okay, this cathedral. One thing that will help curb the frequent use of the cathedral is by providing another space.
But Opera Square is there now. No, Opera Square is there.
Opera Square is there, yes, but it might not serve the need of what the people want.
Do you know what? Can I tell you something before you continue? You know, when you go to Opera Square, this thing had been bugging my mind. You know, when you go to Opera Square, they only have one place where they sit down. Why don't them do it around something? Okay. Do you understand? The other side of national conference, you build a very big listen where people will be sitting down. The other side of it, you build it so that you just be like a Nnamdi Stadium.
Yes, you
be like Nnamdi Stadium. Then they will just keep off from hosting anything other than football at Nnamdi Stadium.
If Rangers wants to play they want to train, they have their Rangers camp. They also have the net where they can also train.
So that is what, because he sees some people, they will go and collect money and they give it to church people, political rallies and the rest of them.
Yes.
You see inside this stadium, inside the pitch, they will dig a very big hole and they place their canopies there, and the Tata track they will do the same thing. That is exactly what is. But even the where people are sitting down.
Still, it still won't that they use the stadium for political rally, religious. Still doesn't prevent. The renovation still won't even prevent those. It just depends on those people managing the stadium. If they tell the people, see, if you open anything here, you're paying a fine of so. If you open anything here, you're paying a fine of so. Yeah, even in the Old Trafford, they do hold so many events. They are aside playing football, but still the stadium is still good, even as well as Bernabeu.
It depends on the people that are managing it.
That is management. They need to
they should go and train people that will be manning the place. The stadium manager now is a very serious-minded person, my very good friend, but he cannot do it alone.
Yes,
he cannot do it alone. You understand? Let's watch and see. They want to cover the entire Nigerian stadium because I'm sitting at Obiago stand. Rain is beating me, sunny. No, when you go inside and before you come and watch match now, you only go there. Nobody will not meet anybody. Once you come, you slot your ticket. If the ticket is valid, the door will be open for you. If it doesn't, you shift for another person to enter. This my grandfather played for Rangers, therefore why must I pay to go and watch Rangers? No, nobody will entertain that. We are hoping that, I'm looking forward to the day so all these things will be completed.
If they are in the plan to use the stadium for the National Sports Festival, so I think everything should be completed before the.
No, they want to do the Obu games because of Rangers. They can, because Rangers doesn't have any other place there because of changing the turf. I mean, maybe renovation work might be going on, but changing the turf, I don't think it's going to be immediate. Maybe when the season ends.
Yes, I was even wondering how they are going to be. If they are still going to go back to Oka again but that's Ogu. Yeah, fixing Ogu is a very nice one, so that the players can still be playing here in
yes. Looking at it, the way all these things are going, let's watch and see what will happen. Yes, starting JJ Okocha, he has been on the neck of NFF and that is Ibrahim Yusu and his cohorts, saying that they are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. But he said a lot of things concerning the way they are managing football, and he said that he doesn't care if they want to take him to court and the rest of them. I don't know what to make of it. But Okocha was once a FA chairman of a Delta State. He didn't do anything that is to change the narrative. Having seen it all as a former player of PSG, Bolton Wanderers, Fenerbahce of Turkey and the rest of them, Frankfurt of Germany.
Hull City. Well, the thing is, he's right. They are trying. They are trying. I won't take it away from them. They are trying their best, but they are not doing exactly what they should do. But they say that the Rome wasn't built in a day. But then JJ, I don't think he has the moral right to criticize this, because you are once the head of football, because you are more like the FIFA of Delta State.
Yes.
The FA chairman is the FIFA that you are seeing. Anything he says there stands. So he has the opportunity to change football here in his state, but he didn't do much. I will give it to Chikelue Elianyosi, the FA chairman of Anambra State. Man, the man is really he's trying his best. Like Anambra, we know Anambra State as a business state, not sports or entertainment state. But when he came in, he did something. I once worked with him though. He did something that changed how football is being seen here in his state. And that is the little things that you need to do. The little position that you occupy, what did you do with it? Yeah. It's not all about looking at the bigger picture, but that smaller picture that you are with, what did you do with it? You just sit down after doing badly as an FA chairman, then you stand up and start criticizing the NFF chairman. So if you can't do well, if you don't know what to do there as the FA officer, which is even easier to handle, because whatever he says there stands. But when it comes to NFF, the judge cannot just say this is what stands and it stands. He is being scrutinized from different angles, so he doesn't have that moral right.
He admitted he failed as a FA chairman. Then why criticizing these people, the people at the glass house?
If I'm doing badly at something, I don't have the moral right to criticize someone. What I can only do is to say, give us an advice. This is what I know I did that didn't work. Try to maybe see if you can tweak it or change the pattern. Not standing where you are and start saying you didn't do well, you are not doing well. No, that's not what the NFF means.
Yes, we heard that Arsenal has entered into the race for Victor Osimhen's signature, and who knows whether, because I will wish that, but my problem is that can they afford to pay him the amount of money he's demanding, his own personal wages? But if he comes to Arsenal, Victor Osimhen, I can beat my chest that he might be scoring over 30 goals in every season the way they play, because his job will be made less. Unlike when he was with Napoli, when he was in now where he's playing Galatasaray.
Yeah, if he comes to Arsenal, I think with this their set piece style of football, he's going to be scoring.
Even the way they pass the ball, because we'll be creating a lot of chances for them to be scoring, for him to be scoring.
Yeah, he's going to do well. I think Arsenal is a good fit.
But can they afford to pay his wages? That is what
is left for Arsenal. They have the money. It's just all about Inwego, another different thing. OBJ, another different thing. So if they have the money, just if they have the heart to spend.
But is that the only thing that is lacking in Arsenal Football Club? Because having a point man.
I think that is where they are lacking as a team. They just need a point man, a target man, someone like Haaland or Sime kind of person.
Yeah.
Somebody that's at the end of the day that can just maybe create something out of nothing. Just a simple pass and it's a goal. This is the kind of player they
Let's watch and see what is when it happens, because the transfer window is still open till I think 31st of this month.
One of the most boring transfer
I've never seen. But who would like to let his player go in the January window if your team is doing very well? Would you allow your player to go, or if your team is not doing very well?
It's not really about teams doing very well. I think it's about good players being there. We don't find they no longer make that kind of players.
They play cosmetic football, like when Didier Drogba likes.
Thank you, Fernando Torres.
Yes,
like you
play cosmetic football now.
Kind of football they play is like something scripted,
yes,
something that is scripted. That if you run this way, like everybody's okay. Well, the tactical side is good, the technical side is good, but then a little bit of physicality will help, and these are the things that is lacking in current football right now.
There's no problem. It is on that note, we can continue saying it, but let's watch and see if Arsenal will do that. I want to thank you very much, Chizoba Madeline, for coming at least to educate us on sports as a good thing to improve our economy. Thank you very much for your submission this morning.